Hi guys, so I not long got back from swimming and lunch. It's half term in the UK, so I work in a school, so I'm making the most of my holiday, so I've still got slightly wet hair. But I finished my first book of the year last night, which is a bit later than normal. I'm reading about 3 books right now, 2 audiobooks and 1 physical, or one that I just finished. And I'll probably have more coming soon. But yeah, just so I finished last night The Dagger and the Flame, which look how pretty that cover is. I bought this book when I went to Yalk. I was an author at Yalk in the Inspiring Indie Zone, and I also, of course, had a look around and bought lots of pretty books, including this one. It probably shines in the light. It's so pretty. So I was reading this one around Christmas, but I got ill, and I'm also been doing audiobooks, so I was doing the When the Moon Hatched, and then of course Onyx Storm came out, so I've been listening to audiobook version of Onyx Storm, which is like 28 hours long, and I don't have headphones, which means I can't really listen to it in transport on the way or anything, but I try and listen to it whenever I get a chance. If I'm waiting or if I'm going for a walk or something, I'll have it on quietly. And yeah, so I was ill, and then I kind of got myself into a bit of a reading slump. And I'd started this one, was enjoying it, but I don't know, maybe it was just from being ill and tired and pregnant, and got myself into a bit of a reading slump. But so I ended up leaving this book for a little while, a week or two, and then I went back to it, and then after I went back to it, I was hooked again. It's really, really good. So if you love a fantasy, if you've read Twin Crowns, which is a series which is also by this author, she's one of the co-authors of the Twin Crowns series, which is amazing. Probably one of my top favourites fantasy books series. It's got all the fairy tale vibes and everything. Yeah, so go and check this one out if you did like that series or any of her other books. I haven't read her other ones, but I did really enjoy Twin Crowns. Yeah, so this book has very much gothic fantasy vibes. If you like Marissa Meyer's Gilded, I always get it mixed up between Guild and Gilded, but I think it's called Gilded, yeah. Just got the gothic-y castle vibes. This doesn't really have castles in it, but it's not fairy tale, princessy type thing or anything, but it does have the strong fantasy vibe, and it's got enemies to lovers, which is just amazing, chef's kiss. If you liked Powerless, which is actually, I think the author's Lauren Roberts, wrote a thing about this. Sizzling, stunning, spectacular. I recently read the Powerless series, not that long ago, and I absolutely loved it. And this kind of reminded me of the Powerless series, not through the world or the plot or anything, but between the two characters and just the way they would talk to each other. It just really reminded me of that. So if you love the Powerless series as well, I would definitely recommend this one. But yeah, just a really, really great series. 2 enemies to lovers. The Daggers are these assassin-y type organisation. The main character is from that, of course. He's got his own haunted past, as they all do in these books. And Seraphine. So you've got Ransom and Seraphine. Seraphine is a great character. She's so funny. There is a little bit of swearing. It does seem a little bit older. I wouldn't say that it's got spice, but it has got a little bit of spice, like a teeny tiny bit. But it's towards the end, and it's not heavy in detail, but it is. Yeah, there's a little bit there. So just bear that in mind. But I really, really just loved the relationship between the two characters. I think that was the thing that I really enjoyed the most. The conversation, it was just the banter, the arguing, the chasing. And she's a farm girl, he's an assassin, type character. Hunted has been sent to kill her, and because she's been doing her mother was marked by these assassins before coming up with this magic, very powerful magic. There's these monsters that are killing people, and Seraphine's mother was recently murdered. So Seraphine has had to run away, ends up with the Cloaks, who are the opposites of the Daggers. They're like thieves, so you've kind of got thieves and assassins. And Seraphine is hunted, and instead of, being properly hunted and hiding from each other, they kind of get drawn to each other, and they, as they do in these books, they fall for each other. But it's, so really, really good. If you love all of that sort of stuff, like the romance, the slow burn stuff, the like quick pining for each other, all of that, really, really worth a read. I know this book's been quite popular as well. This chat wasn't going to be this long, but I just really enjoyed it. So, yeah. If you like this kind of thing, go and give it a read.